Afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. I'm just going to make a quick statement and then I'll answer some questions. Police have today elevated their investigation into missing Christchurch woman Yanfei Bao to a homicide investigation. Our search for Miss Bao is continuing, with significant police resources committing to finding her and bringing her home to family. We have today informed Miss Bao's loved ones of the development, and we know it is the news they did not want to hear. Our thoughts are with them, and her family is receiving support from police and victim support. Search efforts have taken place today in and around the Halswell River, the Green Park area, Lake Terrace Road, and the New Brighton Road and Palmers Road intersection. Staff remain at a property on Trevor Street conducting a forensic examination. Public information is a vital part of this investigation, and we would now like to hear from any members of the public that saw Miss Bao's car on Wednesday the 19th of July. Police are interested in the movements of the car between when she was last seen on Trevor Street, just before 12:30 in the afternoon, and when the vehicle was found on Iroquois Place at 10:45 p.m. Miss Bao's car is a silver Nissan Dualis with the registration number PKT556. Further charges for a 52-year-old man charged with kidnapping on Sunday are being considered, and Miss Bao's family continue to ask for privacy as they process this situation. Thank you.
Do you think what's prompted the change from a missing person investigation to a homicide?
So, as you'll know, Miss Bao was reported missing very late on Wednesday, so that's 1 week ago. As the investigation has progressed, we've always held grave concerns for her well-being, but as the week has progressed, and in particular developments over the last couple of days, we are now launching a homicide investigation.
So she is no longer alive?
I do not believe she is alive.
What do you mean by progress in the last couple of days? Can you be more specific?
I won't be specific in terms of the actual inquiries that have taken place. The things that I've talked about in terms of the examination at Trevor's Road, sightings of the previous vehicle that we've been talking about, a raft of information that has come in from the public, and those inquiries and those developments have changed this now from missing person to a homicide investigation.
Do the police believe that more than one person is involved in the disappearance?
So we're keeping an open mind in that regard. However, we are not actively seeking anybody at the moment.
How cooperative is the person accused of kidnapping and is appeared in court? How cooperative are they being in terms of the investigation?
So, as you know, we located that man at Christchurch Airport on Saturday evening. He was spoken to by police on that evening, following that charged with kidnapping. In terms of what information was or was not shared, I'm not going to be divulging those details.
Can you talk us through the timeline of Wednesday morning? Initially it was 10:30 a.m. that she was last seen in Vickery's Road, and now you're saying 12:30 p.m. in that Trevor Street area. What have you been able to establish in terms of Ms. Bao's movements? So we've been able to establish that address in Trevor Street in Hornby is of significant interest to us, and we have had investigators there along with our ESR colleagues there for a couple of days now. We do know that Miss Bao's vehicle was parked in that street. You're aware, obviously, that house was for sale. We are looking now for sightings of her vehicle post 12:30 p.m, so just after midday on Wednesday the 19th of July. So
You say this is a homicide investigation now. There's significant search of that property going on. Do you believe she was killed at the Trevor Street address, or she was kidnapped from there?
So we've been in the scene examination of Trevor Street started yesterday morning. There's a number of aspects to that will take place. There is significant information and concern that's come from that address that I won't go into what I think has happened at that address, just that it is of significant interest to us and has certainly helped shape the investigation now.
You've been very interested in CCTV cameras in Trevor Street.
Mm-hmm.
The last sighting of Ms. Bao, is that via CCTV cameras or is it via a member of the public? Can you talk us through that?
So we have had a significant police presence in Trevor Street looking for CCTV footage, which we have found a good deal of, and we can see her car parked in the street. We're now looking for where her car went after 12:30 p.m.
But can you see Ms. Bao and can you see the man accused of kidnapping her? Are they in the footage?
So what I'll say is that we see her car there. We know that the Trevor Street address is up for sale, and it is a significant location of interest for us.
The accused car, residents have said, was also parked in the street. Is that something that you've been able to clarify?
Yeah, I can say that that Mitsubishi, that silver Mitsubishi DPH 101 was also parked in the street.
So you believe that she perhaps killed between 12 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. on Wednesday?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any?
Sorry. Yep.
What has led the police to search the News Road close to Halswell River?
Okay, so that area, and I've mentioned a number of areas, Halswell River, Green Park, they are, I guess, a general area around Taitapu. So that's a matter of a number of police officers in that area. It's a rural area, a lot of the streets that crisscross, so we've been out there looking for CCTV footage, sightings of those vehicles, following up some really great information from members of the public.
Have you managed to track the accused cell phone?
So as you will know, in an investigation like this, we have a number of investigative techniques that are open to us. I'm not going to go into what they are, but one of the things that I would really like to mention and acknowledge is the Christchurch public. To date, we have received over 170 pieces of information, which is fantastic, and we have a very dedicated team who are working through all of those pieces of information.
How confident are you that you'll be able to find Ms. Bao? It appears that you've got a search radius and teams all over the city. How confident are you that you'll be able to find them?
We're in particular areas because our investigation and the information that we have received is directing us to those areas at this stage. I'm sure some of you have been out there today and you will have seen that we have a dive squad working, we have our specialist search team out there. We do have the very best expertise on the ground out there. I'm certainly very hopeful that we will find her.
You've obviously spoken to the family. What was their sort of reaction when you explained to them that you've changed the investigation to homicide?
It's a bit hard to put into words, really, isn't it? Probably the words that they most definitely did not want us to come and tell them. Devastated, yeah. They are being supported by police and victim support, and they have friends and family wrapped around them.
Do you believe whoever's killed Ms. Bao has made efforts to conceal her body, or do you think this is something that's, she's maybe a little bit more overt and that maybe a member of the public could find? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have information or anything to sort of make any firm statement in regard to that.
But the man accused of her kidnapping is not in any way telling you where her body is. He hasn't given you any indication as to where she might be.
Yeah, like I said, we spoke with him on Saturday evening, but I'm not going to divulge what that conversation or what that was about.
We'll just take one more.
Have you
Thank you.
found any more information in relation to her business as a real estate agent? Obviously, this initial conversations about money coming from China to New Zealand. Have you been able to find out any more
Yeah.
about that?
So in a, obviously it's been a missing person case for quite a while, and what would be a usual inquiries would be to actually look at someone's background. It's not just business stuff, it's their friends and their contacts and their activities and their routine. So which all forms part of, they're the usual things that would form in an investigation like this.
So have you
So-
looked into that and found?
I'll just leave it at that.
When did
Thanks.
you
Thank you.
notify the family?
Thank you.